We're given dx dt is negative 2 sine t and dy dt is negative 6 sine 2t. And the first thing we want to do is determine dy dx when t is pi by 6. dy dx would be equal to dy dt times dt dx. So that's going to be negative 6 sine 2t divided by negative 2 sine t. If t is pi by 6, that's negative 6 sine pi by 3 over negative 2 sine pi by 6. These negatives cancel, and these would cancel down to 3 as well. Sine of pi by 3 is root 3 over 2, so that's 3 root 3 over 2 over a half, giving us 3 root 3. We want to determine the position of the drill when t is pi. We're given this in the question. So to get x, we need to integrate this. Negative sign goes to cos, so that's going to be 2 cos t. For this one, negative sign goes to cos, so we'll get 6 cos 2t, but this time, using the chain rule, we have to divide by 2. So that's 3 cos 2t. Now obviously there would be constants involved here. Let's call this constant 1. And let's call this one constant 2. But x is 2 when t is 0. If t is 0, cos of 0 is 1, so that means c1 is 0. And over here, same thing, y is 3, so c2 is 0. So that we do have that x is just 2 cos t, and y is 3 cos 2t. So at pi, x would be equal to 2 cos pi, and y would be 3 cos 2 pi. Cos of pi is negative 1, so that's negative 2. Cos of 2 pi is 1, so that one's 3. We want to determine the Cartesian equation of the path of the drill. This is what we found in part B. What we need to do is eliminate the parameter t. Now y is 3 cos 2t. That's 3 lots of 2 cos squared t. Take away 1 using the appropriate identity. So that's 3 into 2 lots. Now cos t would be x over 2. So this would be x squared over 4. Take away 1. So that's 6x squared over 4, take away 3, which is 3x squared over 2, take away 3. Finally, in part D, we want to sketch the path of the drill, labelling clearly the points on the path corresponding to the 2 times t is 0 and t is pi. We know that it was y equals 3 over 2 x squared minus 3. So we can see the minimum point's going to be here. And then we know initially it was at the point 2, 3. And when t was pi, it was at negative 2, 3. We can see this is a quadratic, so we just need to make a reasonable sketch of that. Something like this would probably do. And we need to make a note that this is t is 0 and this is t is pi.